Hi, welcome back to my channel. And if you are new here, please remember to subscribe to my channel, like and share like and share this video, guys, and also turn on your notification bell so you never miss a post. Guys, by the title below, this is a very sensitive topic. Um, it's a very sensitive topic for me because one, to me, I consider this very fresh still. Like, yes, it's very fresh. Um, I lost my daughter 3 years ago. Today, October 3rd, would have been her birthday. She would have turned 22 today. Yeah, she passed away like 13 days before her 19th birthday. And I just want to share this video because even though it's a very sensitive topic for me, I'm hoping that this video will help someone who is going through something similar, whether it's a parent, a sibling, or a child. And guys, to be honest, I lost all three. I lost a child, I lost my mother, and I lost one of my sister. So, um, and all three deaths happened like 1 year apart. I lost my daughter in September 20th, 2022. I lost my sister August 20th, 2023. And I lost my mom August 24th, 2024. Guys, it is okay to grieve. And also, when you have experienced stuff like this, lost like this, it's okay to grieve, cry if you have to. But I can also say God will never give us more than what we can bear. He will never do it, guys. He will never give us more than what we can bear. I lost my daughter, my first baby. She was almost 19. She was 2 weeks shy of her 19th birthday when she passed away. And, you know, as I'm reflecting today, because today is her birthday, as I'm reflecting, and I was just going through my phone, and there are pictures. When you look at they say pictures tell 1,000 words. That's really true. You can just reflect. When I look at one, like I was just looking at the pictures, and I could it just bring me back to the exact day what we were saying. It's like I have this graphic memory of the day on most of the pictures that I click on, especially the ones that we were together in. It's like and it's like surreal how clear you can go back and revisit. It's like deja, like I'm visiting the day, living in that day, that moment. And that is another way I think it's good, to have stuff like that so you can cope. How do we actually cope though? How do you cope losing a child? How do you cope losing your mother? How do you cope losing your sister? I can say one thing though. time allows you, there's this phrase that says time heal all wounds. I don't think so. What I think time does is allow you to be more acceptance of your reality. To say that, okay, this happened, but is it a lesson for me to be strong in God? Is it gone through this experience because is it that my story will help somebody else who is not strong enough? We don't know. But all I know is God will never give us more than what we can bear. And if God allowed this to happen, we will never see it immediately. Most times we don't see it immediately. But remember, it's always gonna be working together for your good. Losing my child, I don't my relationship with God has gotten so deep because there are days when I have no one to talk to but God. But God, no one to talk to but God. And you know, when I look at the scripture in Job when he lost everything, he lost all his children, he lost all his possession, he lost all his animal, he lost everything. And God returned everything back to him in tenfold. And I remember September 2022 when I got the phone call, I was on my way to work. Let's backtrack. I can remember September 19, 2022. I woke up and usually I would be pray because I used to get up every morning at 3 and pray for my daughter uh, before and after she had her surgery. She had a critical illness. She was diagnosed with cirrhosis of the liver. That was like an old people disease. It was like no one knew where that disease come from at her age. And I used to get up every morning at 3 a.m. and I used to pray. On September 19, 2022, I remember I it's not just remember because I still have the voice note on my phone where I voice note my pastor in Jamaica and I was asking him to pray for my strength. I just need strength. That's all I just need strength. And I went about my day that day. It was a Monday. I went about my day and I asked for strength and I also prayed to God and I said, God, I don't know what is it, but I'm just asking you to give me the strength. And I went about my day just all like just nothing. And on the 20th, I woke up at 3 a.m. and I went and I knelt down to pray. I could not pray. I was just chanting back and forth, pacing. God give me the strength. God give me the strength. God just give me the strength. That's all I was praying for. To God to give me the strength. And that day I was on my way to work. It was just like normal. I didn't feel any ways. And I was like, just ready on my way to work, and my sister called me. I was on the bus when she gave me the news, and I screamed out in the bus and all that. And I remember someone said, "What is it?" And I said, I just lost my daughter. She died. And the bus stop, a lady came off the bus and she decided to stay with me. And they were like, is there anybody I could call for you? And all I could remember saying is, my auntie, the last person that I spoke to just called back that number. I was talking to my auntie. I have a very supportive aunt. She is so supportive. She was right there all throughout my chaos, and then, they called her and I was there. But I remember when I came off the bus, I remember I just looked in the sky. The sky was clear. The sun was there in the middle of the sky. But it's just like me and the sun just looking at each other. And I was like, God, you give it and you take it. Blessed be your name. That's all I could have said. You give it and you take it. Blessed be your name. And then I didn't know nothing else. I think I passed. I don't think I passed out, but it's just like I was not in my body. Like, I didn't know what happened. It was just like, it's just like, I don't know. And I was really, really happy that I was able to give God thanks through it. God has been so good to me. I refuse to complain. And I also remember when my auntie came and, we went back home, and my manager at the time came, and because I guess they called her and tell her that I couldn't make it because of the situation, and she came. And guys, that's another thing. You see, when you are going through stuff like this, it's good to have a support system, because I can tell you, my auntie never leave me out, not one day. Not one day. She never leave me out through it all. But there are times when, you're by yourself. When I said not leave me out, meaning she would check upon me like several times for the day. She would make sure that you eat. She will just make sure that, you know, she just want to make sure that I'm okay. And I remember when I was, and it was a dark time for me, a very dark time, because my mom was in Jamaica, my daughter passed away in Jamaica, I was here in the US, and my auntie, thank you so much, my auntie. I don't know if she'd want me to mention her name, but Auntie Joanne, I call her Auntie Happy. Amazing. She never left me out, not one time. She was all she stepped up and became my mom here in the US, because my mom wasn't here. My mom was in Jamaica. And and then there are days when, she's at work, and she didn't come. If there are times when I'm going through it emotionally, that's when I know that I have to just lean on God. And that's how my relationship became stronger in God, because I couldn't have done it without Him. And then I remember at one point when there's no one there to talk to, all I have to do is say, God, I need the strength, just strength. No, why did you do that? I just say, God, I need the strength. Give me strength. Give me strength, God. And I could honestly say my faith in God plays a big role of me being here today, because there are days when I have this outer body experience, like I'm on the road, just I would just walk. Where am I going? I'm still asking myself because I don't know. But I remember like maybe 2 or 3 times. If I'm not, yeah, maybe like 3 times. I remember a car. Ooh, I was in the road, and I'm just happy that God grace and mercy kept me. I remember I went to the. I was just walk. I would just walk. Like I would just. I took 1 week off work, and I would just get out of the apartment and just walk. I remember I was in Ross one day. I don't want nothing in Ross to buy. I just want to walk. And I remember a lady came to me and said, "Are you okay?" And I just started bawling, just crying my eyes out. And yeah, I think me talking about this today, I needed it. Like for me personally, I needed it. And guys, if you know anybody that going through the same situation, how do they cope? Or if you are anyone you know going through, how are you coping? How are they coping? Because my coping method is talking. Is like talking like just to my family. I would never talk to a stranger about this because one, the conversation would not even happen because if they ask me, "Do you have children?" I would just walk away and start bawling because now I know the conversation is going to lead to I have 2 children, but my daughter is no longer here. And it was just easy for me not to just say anything at one point. And then I remember like I saw a therapist I saw a therapist once and I wasn't ready. I did spoke and she had recommended follow up, but I never did. And because there are sometimes you need professional help. And I'm gonna say this right now, and right now, there's nothing wrong in getting professional help because yes, you can speak to your family member or you can speak to a friend that knows you, knows your situation, but there are times when like it requires like a non-biased professional help, somebody who's gonna just look at it without even knowing you, knowing nothing about you, and just to talk to you. But it is, they say time heals all wounds. Time doesn't heal all wounds. Time just allow you to accept your reality because 3 years in, it's like yesterday for me. But within that 3 years, still feeling like it happened just yesterday, but that 3 year time span, it became easy for me to talk about it without one crying as much as I used to, or two, just don't want to say anything at all. And it's, as I said, it's never easy because it's like you're saying to yourself, it shouldn't be this way. It should be your children bury you and not you burying your child. But the Lord give it and the Lord take it. Blessed be his name. It was like 11 months after my sister passed away. 11 months to the date, my daughter, because my sister passed away August 20. 11 months to the date she passed. And it's like that wasn't enough time for me to grieve my child. Now I have to grieve my sister. And my mom passed 1 year and 4 days after my sister. That's not enough time to grieve my daughter and my sister. No, I have to grieve my mom. Now I have to grieve my mother. So I have no daughter, I have no mother, and I lost a sister. So now, how do we cope? How? How do we cope? My coping mechanism is to reflect back on good memories, good times, having their memories alive. Remember that special occasion. Remember that special dinner. Remember that special meal my mom prepared. You're gonna hear me say this. I said this probably 3 times before, but I'm gonna repeat it. God will never give us more than what we can bear. He loves us too much. And we may not see it now because we're going through it, but eventually we're gonna see, because looking back now, then my daughter, she had a liver transplant. I don't know what quality life she would have had post surgery. I don't know. But God knows. I don't think I would want my daughter to be here suffering. I never, I can't, I don't know what she was. Yes, she was in a lot of pain, but I couldn't take her pain away. It's not easy to say this, but God knows what her future would have looked like. And I guess He didn't want her to have that type of future. So I have to say, big up God. I'm not no professional to advise anyone on how to grieve or how to cope, but this is just my experience, how I am dealing with it, or how I cope with it. And now I can relate to other people who have gone through similar situation, encourage them and let them know that, you know, it will be okay. It not just okay, but it will get a little bit easier to accept it. Guys, please, I would love if any of you have been in similar situation or know of anyone in similar situation. What are their coping method? How do they cope? How do you continue to go on? Because you have to go on. It's not easy. But you wonder, how am I gonna go on? Guys, I'm gonna end the video here. Thank you. Please like, share, and subscribe. Please share this video to someone you know. I don't know, it may can encourage them. I hope this video will encourage someone who, who have gone through a similar situation that I have gone through or is going through a similar experience now. I just want to let you know that with time, it gets better. It doesn't heal, but it gets better. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you. Bye bye.